All right, so who we sitting down with?
PUMAA.
Right there, and
PUMAA. PUMAA.
this is live from the basement. So where you from?
Originally, I'm
Yeah.
from Philly,
Right,
uptown.
right though. And what was your upbringing like?
I mean, it's typical of a lot of people from my area who had a hard struggle.
Right,
I mean, but I didn't come from a family who was just like the bottom. Like I had my family had some type of standing. My mom, my aunts, all of them were put through college. You know what I mean?
right.
My grandfather owned a lot of businesses in my neighborhood, so they were not well to do, but
I know
they
what
was
you
cool.
mean. That's dope. So
But it's sometimes you'll see fractures here and there when you have families like that. And my family was no different. We had fractures. You had drugs. You had just different stuff. You had jail. Different things came up. Different situations happened that brought the family farther away from each other instead of bringing them together. So you had a situation where at 5 years old, I was taken, and all my brothers from my mom was taken into custody, and we were basically just put in the system for
oh, wow.
10 years.
Sorry to hear that, man.
No. Don't be sorry to hear it. Don't be sorry to hear it, because, see, my story is not a story to cry over. It's not that deep.
Right,
I can tell you stories of people who are way worse, and I know them personally. They've been going through worse, and they made it through.
right,
My story is not a story to cry over. It's not a story to be sorry for. I feel like when people have struggles, if they're able to tell you that story, then they made it through. And that goes for anybody.
that's dope, bro. It's funny that you say that. You feel me? Cause I was just interviewed too, so I was able to talk about some things in my interview that I feel like people gonna be shocked to hear. You feel me? But it's cause I'm at peace with it now. You feel me?
Right.
So it's funny that you say that. So as far as music goes, when I listen to your music, right, I could tell you got like a soulful sound to you. You feel me? If that makes sense. But you also can rap. You're funny. Like you do comedy. You host events. So it's like you're like an all around entertainer. Was that something that was like around like prevalent when you were young, as a child?
Oh, absolutely. I was. Anybody that know me know that I was not the class clown. I was the ringleader. I mean,
Right.
clowns everybody else.
Right.
Anybody that know me know that I was the one that always wanted to act out everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was one of those. I wanted to know how to sing. I wanted to know how to rap. I wanted to know how to do this, comedy, everything. I had my hands in.
Right.
Anything that was popping. I liked it.
Right.
Comedy, that's like my family. That come from my family. Like I said, you come to a family that got struggles like that, you got to find something that is a combining agent. And laughter is always that.
Right.
My family will laugh at anything. I'm going to tell you that right now. It don't matter what it is. We laugh at funerals.
And that was your brother at House of Melodies, not to cut you off, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could tell like y'all both are entertainers and both funny. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. You got
So-
an ass straight, bro?
No, but you good, bro. I sweep that shit up because
Say no more.
it's the basement. You feel me? But so as far as music, like what made you decide that you want to start making music and stuff like that?
Oh, I've been doing music since I was a kid, bro. All right, so my family was heavy in the church. I was a church boy.
I could tell from what you sing.
My family was real close to the pastor. That's like my uncle. That's my uncle Alan. That's Uncle Ace.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was in church all the time. I was in every choir that they had, the tabs, anointed voices, men of praise, men of vow, every tab that they had, every choir they had, I was on.
Right.
It was I had to be on. You know what I mean? And I was one of those, I'm center of attention. You know what I mean? I'm PUMAA. So
Right.
I got to be up front. I was the youngest, so I take pride in me being spoiled.
Right though.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
I was always into the musical side like that. And then also I got uncles who did music, Craft the Legacy, D-Train. You got my uncle Sid. They did music. You know what I mean? So when I was living with my grandma at one point in time, the studio was in the basement. I'm about 10, 11, 12 years old. The the studio in the basement. I'm seeing all different artists come through. I'm watching my uncle make the music. Him and his boy Joker, they was like tag team partners. Like they was really in the mix, making their music, doing their thing, and I liked it that. So I started to make music with one of my boys inside the studio. We was kids, but it was just, you thought you was them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to say it was an imitation of him, but a lot of my rap does sound like my uncle Jay, who was Craft the Legacy. It's a lot of my rap, my flow, the way I switch up, it kind of is reminiscent of him. And it's not like I noticed it. I didn't steal a flow.
Right.
It's different. If you hear it, it's different. But you can tell where
You were inspired by it. Yeah.
Like I was raised up under him in the music. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, that was like my roots. Back to the beginning, my grandma was singing on the choir at Christ Tabernacle. Like that was my roots. Like hearing her whistle all day, humming through the house, singing in the house. Like that was just it. My sister, she's singing. My sister Lene, singing all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was always around that. And then my family loved music. They love good music. They love to dance and have a good time. And we always found a reason to be around each other.
Right.
And music was always involved.
Right.
My family is older. They not young. My mom would have been in her 60s now. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't no young hip mom and all that. She would have been
Right.
in her 60s. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she was the youngest. Her brothers and sisters, they in their late 60s, early 70s. We was not listening to the new music. That wasn't it. It wasn't on the agenda.
Right.
You listen to Motown, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. You listen to Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson. You was on that music when you didn't know who was a gangster because everybody sang.
Right.
You know what I mean? Marvin
Right.
Gaye. You know what I mean? Anybody was anybody, but everybody sang. Like that's what it was, because it was all about putting your emotion into the music and getting your story across. And that's the type of music I gravitated to at a young age. So that's why I tell stories to some of my music like that, because at a young age, that music is what I was, that's what I knew.
Right.
That's what I knew.
So that's tough, man. So music was kind of like an outlet for you, but it was kind of embedded in you from like a child, pretty much.
Yeah.
Outside of like gospel music, what were some were there any artists that inspired you, or was it pretty much just being around the family that got
Oh
you?
man, Big Luther. We ain't gonna call him Luther. Big Luther.
Right. So let me ask you this, not to cut you off, and we'll get back to that. Are you more of a singer at heart, or do you feel like you kind of just anything that's creative you?
I'm just wherever the vibe take me on a track, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So if it's rapping, if it calls for rapping, then if that's where the vibe go, then that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
If it calls for singing, that's what I'm doing. It's no track where I was rapping where I felt like I should have just sung that joint. I always felt like that rap got my point across better in that story.
Right.
And that song, my vocal got me across that point across in that story. So
Right.
it's different. I can't combine the two.
Right. So as far as your Luther answer, can you get into Luther inspiring you and stuff like that?
Oh man, so first time I ever really got to see a Luther Vandross tape of him actually singing live. He was singing to Dionne Warwick, and he was singing her song, one of the songs that she wrote, which is "A House Is Not a Home."
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that she actually sung that song as well. She had a version of that song as well, but he was singing it, and it was so unconventional. Like his riffs was unconventional. They were
Right.
different. It was something that you didn't see. It's like when you see Michael Jackson moonwalking, you're like, nobody else does that. Even if people learn how to do it later, it's like, that's his though. Like that's his trademark.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's how it was with Luther Vandross. He had those riffs where he can hit them Jones, and he can hit a bass and come all the way up to an alto, and it's like,
Right.
you don't stop there. He started breaking ceilings, hitting soprano notes. It's like, come on, Luther, you playing games with these people, man. Come on.
Right.
And every song, he can give you a different vibe for different times of his life when you look at his catalog of music. Because he didn't stop being my favorite artist. Like, I always liked Luther all the way up until his last album that I can listen to. Like, I've listened to every one of them.
Right.
So when you watch his catalog of music, you can see the growth in him, and you can see the different vibe and emotions he went throughout his time of doing music.
Right.
that's something that I like to see because I can actually tell your story through your music. That's what I believe music is storytelling. So he was able to be a storyteller. I feel like I'm able to be a storyteller.
Right.
That's what I'm doing with music. I'm here for storytelling. That's it.
Right. Do you have you ever been told that you got like an old soul?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think that comes from?
My mom.
I will not to cut you off. Just the other question. I'm gonna get back to that. Sorry, because it's like different questions popping in my head as I'm talking to you. Even your style of dress. You feel me? You got your own style, bro.
Right.
Is that also something? We'll touch on your style in a second, but your mother, you know, she said you had an old soul or something like that.
Now, see, that goes back to my style goes back to when I was younger. Like I was always suited and booted. I went to a private school for a couple years before I got kicked out. But I went to a private school for about 5 years. So we wore slacks. You had the crease in the front. You had your cardigan on. You had your shirt. Your clip-on tie. If you was really him, you tied your own
right.
tie. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You knew who knew how to dress because they tied that Windsor and not they self.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you had that portion of my life, and then also, like I said, I was in church. I was always dressing like this. I just felt like I feel like it's always neater because there was always these are your good clothes.
Right.
On Easter, you put on your good clothes. Those clothes are formal wear. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at this from the lens of me coming up. That was always the image of a young man actually doing something with himself, or a young man showing something different, or a young man being clean cut, or something like that. Like that right there was different for me. And to me, I feel like the best shirt is a button up. I feel like the best jacket is a dinner jacket. I feel like, a trench coat, because y'all know I am, a trench coat.
Right.
Like, I feel like those are it. You can have your Montclair bubble jacket, that's cool. That's cool. I got a bubble jacket trench that'll blow that joint out the water. I'm just saying,
Right.
I feel that being more clean cut or the way I dress is different because a lot of people will follow trends. I don't follow your trend.
Right.
I'm a trendsetter. I'll dress the way I want to dress. I dress the way I dress. You see what I'm saying? The colors that I wear, even down to my socks. I got Jason on today. Even down to my socks, it's gonna all go together. That's just what it is.
Right.
That's just me. I can't come out the house with a Nike sweatshirt, some Adidas track pants, and some newbies on. Like I don't know what these young boys doing, but when I was a young boy, you couldn't do that. Even if we wore Show and John, you wore the whole outfit.
Right.
You didn't just wear the hoodie, you wore the whole outfit. That's just what it was.
Yep.
You wouldn't put on one Air Force One that's white and one Air Force One that's black. No, you put them together. You put it together right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying.
People, we lost our way with that. Our fashion sense then went crazy. And we out here wearing stuff that don't even make sense no more. Right. And they look at me like I'm weird. Listen, if a button-up suit look crazy, because you get the stare. You'll walk past somebody and you have a button-up shirt on, they be like, I'm confused. I'm confused. Don't be confused. There's no confusion.
Right.
There's no confusion. You don't have to dress like what they call them nowadays. See, I'm feeling like an old head now.
Oh.
Them YNs.
Yeah, why?
You ain't got to dress like them.
No, that's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? You don't have to. The image you portray, it sticks with people.
Yeah.
And on top of that, everybody know there's stereotypes as it is. So what you wear matters.
Yeah.
A female wearing a dress that comes down to her ankles is different than a female that wear a dress that just cover her butt.
That's a fact.
It's a difference.
That's a fact.
They both have on dresses, totally different lengths.
Yeah.
A button-up shirt, like mine, is different than a button-up shirt that's see-through.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I understand what you're saying for sure, man.
Everybody not gonna be with it because everything ain't for everybody. But that's why you have your opinion, I have mine. If I wanted yours, I give it to you.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, you're also outside of being like a solo artist, you're a member of a group called Lords. Shout out to Quick, Harold Camper.
Quick.
How did you get Chosen, ASAP?
ASAP,
And correct me if I'm wrong. That's the four that I know. Y'all four. If it's more, let me know. That's it.
That's the four that I knew about.
All right. So, as the Lords, right? How did you come into the Lords, and what do you think your role is as a Lord's member? Like, what do you think that you serve?
So I think people get the misconception of what the Lord's is. First of all, it's a group, but we all separate.
Okay.
So everybody does their own thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, while we making music, we would boost each other with the music that we making. So if you need a feature on a hot John, you need somebody to do a feature, I'm around. You grab some, you call somebody up from the Lords. We got you. We
Right.
here. I mean, it was just a brotherhood type of thing. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. Like, you need this, you need this, you need this. That's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
It's a brotherhood type of thing. But everybody's separate. Everybody got their own thing going on.
Yeah.
Nobody's branded under Lords.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? PUMAA got his thing going on. I got a comedy show coming up that's separate from Lords. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even still, if you need, then that's what we do. We put in.
Okay.
That's the brotherhood of it. And I got into it because when I first came up here, me and Harold quit, my guy, we was working together, whatever, yeah, man. He like, man, bro, I be doing shows. You doing shows? Damn, I be doing music.
Right.
You be doing music? I let him hear a couple of Johns. He like, bro, I can record some shit. I got some equipment. All right, bet.
Right.
So we went up there, did some a couple tracks or whatever, played around, came up with War.
Right.
Now that John is like
That's
one of my favorite ones. I ain't
It's
even
a
gonna
tough
lie to you.
joint, yeah, definitely.
That's one of my favorite ones. But after that, he started, putting me on with the shows and stuff like that. I started, to be around ASAP. His other brother, Alim. I don't know if
Shout out to Lean. Y'all know Lean.
Yeah, Alim.
He actually interviewed me. Shout out to Lean.
Yeah, Lean, if you see this joint, man, we gotta get this track together, bro. That joint, we gotta get this track together.
Right.
You know which one I'm talking about, bro. You know which one I'm talking about. But yeah, I met all of them. We used to sit down, have sessions, and just be like going in. Just put a beat on, whatever it is. We don't even gotta actually put this joint in. Like, it's not an actual song, but just put a beat on. Let's see what we can come up with.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be about. Just cultivating each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not your hands shouldn't be in their pockets.
Yeah.
We ain't got no contracts together. Nobody hands should be in nobody's pockets.
Right.
But you cultivate together. You know what I mean?
Right.
I should be able to give you feedback on this track. You should be able to give me feedback on that track. These are the people that I would come to for that feedback. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't gotta go out here and ask this person and this person. I can go to the Lord. Yo, what's up, gang? Listen, I got this track. I need y'all to hear. Let me know what y'all feeling with it. I mean, let me know how that joint sounded.
Right.
That's how we, that's how you cultivate each other.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I feel like that's good to have. That's something that a lot of artists out here don't have. Is like a group of individuals, a team like that. You can really depend on. A lot of us, unfortunately, gotta navigate out here on our own. But with that being said, you're throwing a comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
So do you mind telling us a little bit about it and what made you decide to throw one?
All right, so it's a comedy show. It's gonna be at Altus Restaurant. It's at the corner of 6 and 6. Right. I'm the hostess with the mostest. You know what I mean? Right. So you gonna see me at the front. You gonna see me on the stage. Right. So my thing was, every year when it comes to Mother's Day, the women get the brunches, the women get all the gifts. They get they social media posts,
yeah,
and the dads get overlooked. Like, they don't even, like, you get a couple socks,
yeah,
you might get a T-shirt that say something funny, but for the most part, it's not, really much for men to do, for the fathers to do. So I decided we're gonna have a Father's Day comedy show. It's called Laughs in the Lounge, Father's Day edition. Right. It's gonna be at Altus at the corner of 6 and 6, and I decided we're gonna have a comedy show, and I'm gonna add some music in it too. It's some local artists. I got some local comedians. I got S. I got Tony B. I got Sasha Frost coming in. I got a lot of different artists. I got different comedians that I want to showcase their talent. Some of them that the people around here may know. Some of them y'all don't know. But yeah, definitely come out, enjoy yourself. It's on Father's Day. It's from 6 to 9, so I ain't gonna burden you, have you there all night.
Right.
I mean, I just want you
right.
to get something to eat. They got some good grub. My chef, this is my chef is gonna be putting in some specials, y'all. It's Italian cuisine. You got your pasta, you got your pizza, your flatbread. So, you know, just the drinks is there. I'm just saying, come out, have a good time. That's all I want people to do, and I want people to, you know, recognize that, you know, this for the fathers today.
Definitely.
So, ladies, y'all don't be all in the front of the cameras and all that type stuff, trying to be in the front rows. It's for the fathers. Let the fathers have their day, please. Let us have our day.
Right.
So I wanted to do that for them. So anybody that want to come out, it's on 6 and 6 at Altus. You know what I mean? Laughs in the Lounge Father's Day edition. Come get with us.
Right. Yeah, man. Laughs in the Lounge, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, that's dope that you doing shows, man. It's dope that you doing something outside of a rap show. I'm sure you probably have musical performances and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but why comedy in particular? Why not do what everybody else is doing and throw a musical show?
Okay, because one, the vibe of this restaurant is different. You know what I mean? We have a different, there's a different type of etiquette going on in there. You know what I mean? And you get a different customer coming in there. It's a different base.
Right.
So I don't want to say I want to cater to their base. I want to compromise with their base while also bringing in some of the flair that I'm bringing in with me, myself, hosting, being on stage, so they get to actually meet PUMAA. They're not going to meet me at work or nothing like that hosting. No, you're going to actually meet PUMAA.
Right.
I'm going to act a fool like I act a fool.
Right.
But I'm gonna, you know, like I said, compromise with their flavor and my flavor. We're gonna bring that together. So I got an accordion player coming, y'all.
Oh snap!
I got I got a guitar player coming, man. I got Frank Sinatra gonna be there. Not the real Blue Eyes, but he gonna do some Frank Sinatra covers. I'm telling you, it's gonna be different. I'm giving you something different. It's a different side of PUMAA. This is the comedy side of PUMAA. So I'm gonna let loose.
Right.
And I'm gonna let my comedians let loose.
Right.
So whoever they gon' if you in the audience, you might catch strays. That's on you. It's a very, you know, it's a more upscale place, but it's still people is people.
Right. Definitely.
People know what to laugh at, what not to laugh at. They know what's funny.
Yeah, of course.
And if I got the good comedians like I think I do, then they know how to maneuver around any joke to get to the punchline and land it without, you know, getting no punches landed on nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I got faith.
As far as doing shows, is that something that we can expect more from with you now?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That's dope, man.
Absolutely. So I'm planning on doing some shows. Just me. It's just me hosting. I'm also doing some shows with Quick. With me and him hosting. Me and Chosen was talking about something. So we thinking about doing something as well. But it's just we trying to go to different areas. You know what I mean? We trying to reach different areas and bring different stuff. So I don't have to. I'm a good host. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I appreciate the fact that people boosted my ego because I didn't think I actually did that good. But
no, you did
you
great,
know what
bro.
I mean? Like a lot of people had to, you know, come tell me like, bro, you did good. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm
definitely.
gonna say it. I'm a good host. I'm a good host. I'm not the greatest of all time, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you come to a show that PUMAA hosting, you're gonna be entertained.
Yeah, bro. Like you'll like. Not only you breaking up with jokes, but you might start singing or something. You might start rapping. It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's
you
just
never
not
know.
it.
Like you just,
feel me?
that's the unpredictable.
Yeah.
And that's why my name is PUMAA, PUMAA. People underestimate my amazing abilities. This is not a game, man. This is my life here.
Wow, that's a great acronym.
You mean? Like,
That's
I've
hard.
always been diverse when it came to acting, music, stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? And
Right.
I've always been the person that wanted to put a smile on somebody's face or brighten somebody's day.
Right, now that's
That's
dope.
just me.
So PUMAA, what made you come up with the name PUMAA? I mean, obviously you just explain what it means, but how did you land on that?
It's two reasons. One, because of, like I said, that meaning right there. And I like PUMAA, but see, I can't use their name because it's trademark. You're not about to sue me, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna throw that extra A on there. It means something different anyway. I already meant that with PUMA, but I was like, nah, I'm throwing another A on there because you will not sue me.
Nah.
You will not sue me. I'm telling you right now, PUMAA, PUMAA.
Right.
PUMAA. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, that's tough.
It's
That's
different.
tough, bro. So as far as the music scene and like what you see going on out here, how long have you been out here, if you don't mind me asking?
I've been out this joint almost 2 years.
2 years, okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of came when things started picking up anyway. But as far as what you see with the music scene out here, like, what do you think of it? It don't have to be negative or nothing.
You got some talented artists, and I'm actually eager to work with a lot of them.
Right.
These shows that I'm planning on doing, man. These shows that I'm planning on doing. I hope a lot of y'all ready to come through, because I got some plans.
Right.
But I definitely I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic about the talent around here, bro. You got Moss, you got Quick, you got Chosen, you got Tev.
Yeah.
Like, you got ASAP out here. You got everybody. Like, it's just a different, diverse. You got Sid K. Come on. Like, first of all, I didn't know that Sid was going to get up there and sing. And when she sang, she sang. Like, Sid did her thing.
Right, though.
And then you got Ange Michelle.
Yeah, shout out to Ange Michelle, man.
Come on. Sweet thing. That is what. Come on. She know that's my jam.
Right.
Like, man. You got some talented artists out here, like, and I'm talking about with music that catch my ear to the point where I'm like, I gotta play this back.
Yeah, definitely.
You got some real talented artists, and I think with more shows, some of these artists gonna start showcasing themselves a lot more, and people will see, like, bro, it's a lot more people that like you than you think.
Yeah.
Cause some people be feeling like, nah, my fan base not that big. No, come to the shows, do the shows. Somebody call you for a show, do the show. I don't care if it's 10 people there. 10 people got Instagram, 10 people got Facebook. They all going to have something to say about you. Put your music out there, do the shows. They want you to do the show, do the shows. Do the shows.
Definitely.
I'm telling you right now, I have no problem with going to a show 3 hours away and doing it for no money. I have no problem with that. I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's 3 hours away, that's 3 hours away of people that I've never met before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump up in front of them and hope that somebody be like, damn, who was the bold Puma?
Right.
What's his handle? I need his music. That's the point. That's the point of showcasing yourself. This is why you do shows. Like, sometimes we get so hung up on how much money we getting paid for a show, bro. We are not millionaires out here. None of us is selling no records on nothing.
Yeah.
We're not really buzzing on the tip that
major
you
skill.
think you're doing.
Yeah.
You mean it's no major artist is looking at you like, yeah, I gotta get him signed by somebody.
That's a fact.
We still up and coming, and we gotta realize that. You can be a comedian and have the whole Apollo Theater cracking up. That does not mean you made it big.
Yeah.
That just means you just moved a crowd.
Yeah.
You had some fans that night.
Yeah.
You want to reach something bigger, so you got to put yourself out there. Even if you gotta pay, or if you gotta do it for free, or anything. Like, I mean, I'm not telling nobody to go pay no astronomical prices to get on stage.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
telling you
part
right
of the
now,
game, though.
If somebody tell me I just was supposed to do a show, had some technical difficulties, but I was supposed to do a show, couldn't make it, and they had some celebrities there, and it was like, they not really celebrities, but they celebrities who people be Joe off of.
Yeah.
I don't care about the celebrity.
Right.
I'm not coming to get an autograph, but you gonna see me on stage that night. If you came to see that celebrity, you're gonna see me on stage that night.
Right.
They not doing no music. They just coming to be there. You gonna see me on stage. That's exposure. I'm paying for exposure. That's what I'm paying for. Jay-Z paid for exposure. Jay-Z did that. If people don't remember, he went and paid the radio station to play his music.
Yeah.
You telling me you won't pay to get on somebody's stage? And they already got the crowd out there?
Yeah.
Come on, like, you paying for the exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's free, it's free, but it's free exposure. It's exposure.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? That's just how I feel.
That's a fact.
But the music scene out here is definitely on point. Like, I think I'm very optimistic about it. You saying it's just starting up. I didn't know whether it was just starting up, in the middle, or on the tail went out.
As I was saying with the music scene and stuff, it's been like slowly building over the last couple of years. When I came out here, it really wasn't too much going on, and it was a lot of artists, but we just wasn't aware. I feel like as of lately, with, like, you know, people throwing shows and stuff like that, it's been more of a community building now. You feel me? So everybody knows who the other artists are and stuff like that, and I feel like it's in a good space right now. You feel me? I feel like we just gotta keep our foot on the gas, because it seemed like the shows were going and they kind of just like stopped. But I feel like that plays a big part in obviously bringing everybody together and just getting people more aware and people feeling more comfortable because that was another thing. It was hard to get venues out here at one point, you know, being that, they don't know what they're going to get with black people, period, but just rap shows in general, like, they just don't know what they're going to get. So we're in a pretty good space. So I hope that we keep the positivity going and just being able to stick together and not cause no foolishness at these events, you know. But overall, it's in a great space. You know, we got some dope artists, and not just artists. Like, you can obviously be more than just an artist. I'm pretty sure you might have thought about acting and stuff like that. And
yeah, I did. I sent my tapes to like a couple studios, but they ain't never say nothing back. So I want my tapes back because I feel like y'all using my lines in some of these new movies that I done seen.
like, which one? Nah, listen, I mean, that's something that I do want to get into as well as like doing short films and stuff out here. So I've been just keeping an eye on the talent, you feel me? I'm not.
Yeah, I'll do a short film, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of dope, talented people out here, man. It's not, and it don't even just have to be music. I'm talking about artists that paint, make clothes, everything, you know. But as far as with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got some. You don't have any albums that I seen from when I looked you up.
Nope.
It's all mainly just singles and like performing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But one of the records I did want to ask you about is one that I talked to Des G about, which is called Abednego.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? When y'all play that, it seems like everybody there is like, gets turned up to it. Mm-hmm. It's like one of them what's the word that I say? Not Afrobeat. It's considered Afrobeat.
Yeah, it's Afrobeat.
Afrobeat. So what inspired that record and how did it come together?
So the record is actually an old, like it's me paying homage to my cousin who used to tell me this story about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Right.
And is me paying homage to my childhood of where I came from. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why the hook is, while you reaching pinnacles, still feel like a minuscule. No, excuse me, I messed that up. While you reaching pinnacles, even if it's minuscule, still feel like a Abednego. They gon' look down on you, but that's out of your control. You cannot bend the fool. Let this remind you. Gotta stay mindful. Some hold you down, leave it behind you. Let your light shine through. Live in the now. And that's like, while you reaching pinnacles, even if it's minuscule, like while you reaching the highest parts, the highest places in your life, where you are right now or where you're getting to, you're gonna feel it. Like, even if it's the smallest goals that you're achieving,
right,
you're gonna still feel like Abednego. And what I mean by that is, Abednego was told to bow before King Nebuchadnezzar.
right.
He was told to bow. And Abednego didn't bow, and they threw him in the fire, in the furnace.
Yeah.
This is the story. So, because Abednego and his friend Shadrach and Meshach didn't bow down to that king, they were thrown into a fire.
Right.
But while in that fire, they weren't touched.
Yeah.
It was a fourth one in there with them when the king came back to see what was going on.
Right.
And they was dancing, they was rejoicing, and not one of them bowed down to him. That's why I said, even if it's minuscule, you'll still feel like Abednego, and they gonna look down on you, and that's out of your control.
Yeah.
But you cannot bend or fold. Yeah. Regardless of what goes down, you can't bend or fold. Like, they can throw you in the fire and have you in the worst places in your life, and you feel like they think their perception of where they put you at is a bad spot. But you find reason to be happy, reason to rejoice about something, reason to go on, reason to still breathe. You see what I'm saying? You find that. You're not worried about what's around you. That's a difference.
Right.
And you worried about where you're going. That's how you get through the struggles in life. You can't worry about where you're at in the struggle, because that's going to have you stuck. You start looking down in quicksand, you're going to be stuck. That's a fact. You ain't going to do nothing but sink. You got to move. You got to get out of it. You got to move. You got to move. Right. Don't get stuck. You got to go. You have to go. That's the problem with a lot of artists. We get stuck when somebody give us bad criticism, or somebody tell you that they don't like how you do your sets on comedy, or They don't like how you only do cover songs right now. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. And start to elevate yourself. Believe that you got somewhere else that's better than where you at right now. A lot of people don't see the end to their career or the finality of their career.
Yeah.
I vision that all the time.
Yeah.
Because I believe I'm going to have a career. I believe I'm going to have somebody look at my music and hear my music and be touched enough to say, somebody else got to hear this. And they going to say the same thing. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't need a contract that's for millionaires. No, I don't need that. I'm cool. I like the way I dress. I can pay for how I dress.
Right.
I don't need nothing more.
Right.
You mean my household is good. I'm sustained. I'm good. I'm cool.
Right.
I just feel like a lot of people get stuck thinking that the last criticism was the last time they was ever going to do music.
Yeah.
Stop letting people have that much power over you. It's not that deep. Stop letting them have that much power over you. You're going to have good and bad criticism. So when I wrote that song, I was writing it as paying homage to my childhood and also showing what I've been through and how I got through it. Like, you got to keep going. That's me telling people. That's like, you keep going.
Right.
You keep going. If I can get through it, I know you can. I done been through some shit in my life, and I mean like some shit. But I can get through it. You can get through it.
Definitely.
You can get through it.
Speaking of getting through things, man, another record that's pretty popular that I've heard you perform is Going Through the Pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what inspired that record and what does that mean to you?
Now that record was solely for my mom. My mom passed away when I was 15.
Condolences.
You know, I appreciate
Sorry,
that.
yeah.
But my mom passed away when I was 15. And Going Through the Pain is about that. Like, and like it goes through how I can go through all the good stuff and still feel like I'm missing something. Like, that's because when you lose your mom, bro, it's a lot of people who don't understand the feeling of that. And the only people that understand that, the people that lost their mom.
Right.
That's an attachment that you can't change. Like, you didn't have no decision in it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was made before you were even born.
All right, I'm sorry. You were speaking about your mom and the connection with your mother.
Yeah, so like, when I lost my mom, I was in placement because, you know, Boom was crazy. Boom would get in trouble. I was some shit. So at the time, I was able to go to the hospice to see her before she passed. So like, I got to actually see her, but it was at the point where she couldn't talk or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like, it was like just she could breathe. She could hear you from what they told me.
Right.
And I was allowed to go to the funeral. But it was one of them times where I just felt like this wasn't going to be the place where I was going to ever get anything out. Like, I couldn't cry at my mom's funeral. And I didn't sit long. Because I was in a placement, one. And two, because I really didn't even want to be there. Like, that's the last place in the world I wanted to be, was at my mom's funeral at 15 years old. And I'm the baby, so, like, my mom had just got me back out of the system. Like, finally, after all that fighting for years, had finally got me back. My dumb ass get booked, go to placement. You know what I mean? Like, doing too much, not being grateful for the time that I had. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a song that just detailed that I no matter what, I'm always going to feel like I'm missing something. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm always going to feel like I'm missing something, and that's my mom. And I believe that everybody who loses their mom, who was close to their mom, is going to feel like that. They're going to feel like they're missing something for the rest of the time that they're on this earth.
Right.
It's normal, but, you know, you got to learn to live with it. You got to learn to be okay with it, because it's not going to go away.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when I wrote that song, Going Through the Pain, I said, going through the pain, not knowing if I'm saying, don't even move the same, but the feelings still don't change.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going through the pain, not knowing if I'm sane, don't even move the same, but the feeling still don't change. Like that's just saying like no matter what I do, like I started moving differently. Like I'm trying to do right. Like I'm trying to do good in my life. Trying to build myself up as a man legally,
Right.
not into the bullshit. And at the same time, I'm still feeling it. Like no matter how I whatever I switch up, no matter what I do, it's not like I'm trying to like make my mom proud. I know my mom will be proud of me if she seen me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like I just want my mom to see me. Like you see what I'm saying? I want her to see like I did this. Like I want her to be able to benefit from the things that I've done. And I can't directly, you know what I mean? Like do that for her. Like I'm one of them people that when I was a young boy, I always thought like I'm gonna get a house for my mom. Like I'm gonna get a house for my mom. She gonna be the best grandma in the world. She gonna have all the baking supplies she need, big kitchen, all that. Like, you mean she gonna be grandma grandma of the world. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I always felt. But when you have it's dreams that get cut short that you have no control over.
Yeah.
That you never had control over. You see what I'm saying? Like, you didn't. Like, it's not even a personal dream for me. Like, it's a dream that I wanted my mom to, be able to have this. Not even for me. You mean? I got that for a lot of people. I want a lot of people to do good. Like, I got dreams that people would actually succeed in the music industry, would actually go somewhere. Like, their music is so crazy. Like, I don't understand how nobody ain't seen it yet and why nobody ain't say nothing yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that song was specifically for that. Like, if you listen to the bars in that song, you gotta go listen to that song. Like, when you listen to the bars in that song, I'm detailing how I'm going through so much, change myself, and still feel like I'm missing something. Stop messing with the haters, stay away from them. You know what I mean? Anybody that was praying on my downfall, stay away from them. Anybody that don't like me, cool, stay away from them. You don't gotta like me. I don't gotta be around you.
Right.
That's what I did. Like, you see what I'm saying? And then you feel like something should change, but it don't. You still gonna feel that hole in your soul. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna feel that in the pit of your stomach, something is not here to benefit from this.
Right.
And especially when you giving to people, and you like, damn, I could have bought my mom this by now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could have did this and this and this and this and this. The dream that I had for my mom, I could have did step 1 of that dream, step 2 of that dream. And you got people over here who take advantage of you and people over there that take advantage of you. It's like, y'all don't see the bigger picture of what I'm trying to push for y'all, like what I want to happen for y'all. Like, that's, when you're around ungrateful people after being around somebody that was so grateful, it's like,
If you like had some motivational words for people out here that starting their careers or just trying to pursue their passions, what would you have to say to them?
oh, number one, go to the shows, do the shows, do the open mics, put your music out there. I got music that I held on for 6-7 years and I still have not released it. I got features that I got with cousins, with best friends, my boys, like that I have not released.
Right.
Because at the time it was like, no, I didn't think that my music was good. Like, I didn't think that I had the right sound at the time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I did a couple with my cousin. He dropped a couple joints. It was like, damn, all right. So people do like, my sound is different, but they fucking with the switch up on the flows and all that. They cool with that.
Right.
All right, bet. I thought I was doing too much old school shit in my music. You know what I mean? Like you said, I got an old soul. Everybody tells me that, bro. Like, I think I get that from my mom, though. Like, that's why I say I get that from my mom. My mom she had an old soul. WDAS, I was listening to every day. Like, it was mandatory.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you listen to Michael Baisden, you know what I mean, in the evening, and you listen to The Quiet Storm. That's what happened.
That's tough.
You listen to The Quiet Storm. That's what it was.
So, what can we expect next? Can we expect a project or an album coming soon or anything like that?
Oh, man, PUMAA ain't doing shit. Like, no, I'm playing. No, I'm good. No, listen, man, I got some stuff coming I got some stuff in the works, man, and I got a new artist I'm gonna introduce, man, and I'm gonna start having her at my show. and I'm proud of her because I watched her grow up. Like, I mean, like this is this is my substitute daughter. If it this is my niece, but if it wasn't my brother's daughter, this is my substitute daughter. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my baby girl right here. I watched her grow up, and she called me the other day or like a week ago, and I knew she was doing music before, but it was never like she was actually really taking it serious.
Right.
But she been around all the time that me and my brother was doing music, and he called me and put her on the phone, and she started sending me tracks, and they good,
Right.
they good.
Right.
She ain't released nothing yet. She one of the people tell me, I don't want to release no right. No. Listen here. You got to put them Jones out. You got to do the shows.
Right.
So I'm gonna introduce her with some, you mean, with a couple shows, and I got some singles coming out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not doing no albums, and I've been saying this for a minute. At first, I wasn't gonna do no singles. I was just gonna do an album.
Right.
But I'm not gonna do an album because I don't feel like I'm that famous enough to be dropping albums. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Diana Ross wasn't dropping albums when she was broke. Like,
No.
they had singles on. You had the A side, you had the B side. Like, they wasn't dropping 8-9 songs until they was signed.
Yeah, you got.
They might have kept a tape in their back pocket of a song that they done did together. You know,
Yeah.
heard. That's just,
I know what you mean. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
just, I got an old soul, and I feel like you don't make an album until people start calling for it.
That's the approach that I need to take. I ain't gonna lie with me, bro. Maybe just because I got the studio in the crib, bro, I can't help but make bodies work, bro.
Yeah.
But I feel like at the same time, it probably would be more wise just to roll it out. But you never know. Like, you just never know what the future holds, and I don't want to be holding on to stuff. You feel
That's
me?
the thing, bro. People have forgotten that an album is supposed to be a critical thinking piece. It's supposed to be a storytelling piece. Like, go back to the storytelling. That's what an album is supposed to be. And people just, when we throwing albums out, people won't be able to listen to your stories.
Yeah.
They're not going to listen to all of them. You done got too many chronicles on these joints. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too many.
Yeah.
You drop them joints too fast, or you drop too many at one time. And I tell some of my close like boys that, like, yo, we gotta be like a little bit more sparse with our albums. You can't be dropping them joints like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you dropping a single, this is for people to hear you, to get to hear you. I'm not gonna burden you with 10 songs from the rip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you this one song. You like that, John? I'm gonna drop another one. Do you like that one? I'm gonna drop another one. You don't like that one? Okay, that flows a little different. Cool. I got 5 people that say they like it, 1 person that say they don't like it. I'm gonna switch the flow up a little bit, try another little John. Boom, drop this one. Y'all like that? All right, cool.
Right.
Y'all give me, like, I get enough rhythm and people want to hear an album. That's when people want to hear a story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When people say, yo, I want to see how it'd be if he put like, if you just tell him do 10 Jones at a time.
Right.
Like, we need you to drop a whole album. Sit down in the studio and just drop an album. When people start to ask for that, then I'm going to feel like people are listening to my music.
Yeah.
Like, you mean, I'm going to feel like more people are listening to my music. Like I said, a big crowd is a small crowd, but we think it's a big crowd. You got to let that crowd be a small crowd.
Yeah.
Reach who you can reach. And when they start to ask for it, you going to know when it's a big crowd. You going to know when you got fans.
Yeah.
You going to know. They're going to let you know every week.
That's a
You
fact.
drop an album.
That's a fact, man. Well, so I'll edit this out. Is there anything that you feel like I might have missed that you do want to cover in this interview? Cause I try not to go off of notes. I try to let it flow. You feel me? But like I did have like some notes on your music and stuff like that. You know, we talked about your upcoming comedy show. I guess I could talk to you just about how you as far as being a performer and an entertainer that you are, like, how do you, like, do you ever feel nervous coming on stage, or is that just something that's
No.
like, you feel like it's
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. No.
Right.
No. I probably would feel nervous if no.
Right.
No.
So it's always been
I wouldn't even feel nervous then. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, see, because I'm one of them type people. I'm pretty good at reading the room.
Right.
So I ain't gonna go too far with certain things or go in with certain things. You mean like
Yeah.
I'm one of them people. I know if we had a benefit for a church, you know, and no dirty jokes. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty good at reading the room.
Right.
You mean? But at the same time, is it possible that I could bomb? Absolutely.
Right. Have you ever?
No. No.
Right.
No. And that's not pridefully saying. That's
I
happily
believe it,
saying
though.
like you know I haven't bombed because I you know.
Do
I'm
you
funny.
when you do your performances and stuff like that, do you feel like you do have that you gain fans each time?
Yeah, I give the people what they want. I'm gonna give you everything you want.
Right.
You gonna feel like you coming to a little small town show, and then this thing gonna come out 4 times with 5 different outfits. How?
Right.
How? Cause I felt like wearing all these Jones today.
What makes you incorporate that into your when you're hosting and
I
stuff?
felt like
that?
wearing all of them.
So you just said, "Fuck it."
That's just what it is. Like I'm coming out as a you gotta understand. I'm coming out as somebody different every time.
Yeah, nah, I noticed that
Every time.
Yeah.
You mean? I'm into comedy, I'm into acting, skit writing, and all that type of stuff. I'm with all that. And at the same time, if I walk past my closet on my way out the door and I like that trench coat and that trench coat, I'm going to need another outfit for that trench coat. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm bringing both of them.
Right.
It's going down. I'm just going to switch up. Respectfully, I'm not famous. I ain't hosting the Apollo or nothing like that. I'm not doing the BET Awards, you mean, where I got to keep switching up.
Right.
But at the same time, I ain't putting no bullshit on either.
No, I respect it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna come out fly. We're gonna do it how we do it. This is what it is. You know what I mean? And I appreciate those who appreciate what I do and the time and that I put into my act, because that's a part of my act.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's a part of me giving the people what they want. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come out with something different. I'm gonna give you a different flavor. You know what I mean? 'Cause you might not have been watching when I had those shoes on. But I'm gonna put these Jones on with the rhinestones around them and see if you see me now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want people to. You know what I mean? That's a part of my act. It all goes together. Like you can't come halfway with a package. You got to come all the way. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to do the shows. People who are funny that don't come with their props, I get kind of upset. 'Cause it's like, don't get mad if somebody say, "Oh, he got a prop." No. You got to do what you do. If that's your act, that's your act. Put it out there.
Yeah.
Do what you do. You can't be funny in front of me because you use props. And I'm like, you should get on stage. You get on stage, you got your props.
Yeah.
You're not funny no more.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You got to keep what makes you funny. Put that right on stage. Put that right on stage. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me, I like the way I dress. People like the way I dress. I'm putting that on stage too.
Right.
I'm putting it on stage, and hopefully Gucci or somebody will give me a call. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
Right.
Or PUMAA, if they give me a call, I can. You mean jog around a soccer field with a trench coat on?
I'm sure somebody will reach out, bro. You definitely got a bright future ahead of you. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
As
That's
the
why
only
I keep my
other thing.
shades on inside. My future is that bright.
Nah, I believe it, bro.
Yes, indeed.
And so as far as the Lords, do y'all have are y'all working on a album, like a joint album or anything, or y'all just, you feel me?
Right now, no. Everybody just working with each other, like just doing like different features with each other.
Right.
Ain't nobody really doing an album.
Oh yeah,
Cause I'm not really doing an album. So
nah, I know.
It's like everybody just basically just feedback and just doing. If you're doing music here, you do music there. ASAP actually is doing. I don't know if you seen.
He posted like a
but-
T-shirt, right? He's doing clothing.
Yeah, he doing clothing too. I just seen that yesterday. But he actually got he doing it. His studio thing.
Oh yeah.
Him and Tab just said there's supposed to be some more heat coming out. I just seen that the other day. That was yesterday, I believe.
That's
I
dope
gotta
that they
recheck
doing
it
that.
to see if anything new dropped. But he said it's supposed to be some new heat coming out. You mean? But yeah, ASAP got his studio going. Chosen. You mean Chosen be at my crib almost every day, bro. Like Chosen is at the crib with beats on.
Right.
Like just with beats on, bro. Like when I say he really be going through beats, like every day, bro. I got a speaker John. You just put your phone on, and it automatically amplifies your phone. He play them beats, bro. Like he just go through beats all day and just flow. Like that's what he do all day.
Nah, I believe it, bro.
All day, bro.
I've been able to work with him a few times and see how he work. You feel me? He definitely quick with it.
Yeah, he works, bro. He works. He works. Harold too, bro.
Yeah,
Harold
I know.
Harold will drop an album tomorrow. I promise you.
Oh, we just
I told Harold, I said, Harold,
yeah.
please. I said, Harold, please. We can't keep just dropping albums. Drop your singles, bro, and let your single just go crazy.
Bro.
And he'd be like, yup.
He didn't do it.
And then he'd go up and he'd be like, hey, Puma, I gotta drop an album, bro. Come on,
listen.
no, you don't, bro. No, you don't. Drop a single. Drop a single.
We just
Pick your
recorded an
favorite one,
album
bro.
for him 2 days ago. I just got finished mixing it. But it's like, I was telling you, like, bro, just like build up, you feel me? Like,
I want him to just drop his singles, bro. Just drop his singles and cook them.
Cause he got like,
now that he didn't drop his album like that, he started dropping singles, they definitely gonna start listening.
Yeah, and I think he got like
Even
6 or 7, maybe 8 albums out. Maybe more than that, honestly. So it's like, I think he got enough. The singles will bring them back to the albums, you feel me?
Yeah.
So,
I tell you one thing though, when I do start working on my album, I'm gonna call Harold first.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him first. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Harold, man.
Yeah, shout out to my guy, man.
For real, but you know, shout out to you,
As
man.
my boy Dez would say, shout out to the guys.
Yeah, word, man.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
And shout out to you, man, for coming through, man. We ain't really.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my fault. Yeah, shout out to Dez too, man, for that Abednego, man, because that joint is definitely a banger.
Definitely.
And Dez, you keep asking when we doing the video, and I can't really avoid him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to avoid him. I see him every day.
Nah,
So it's in the works, bro. I just keep finding new places that I feel like is better for this video, bro.
Nah, I feel
but
it.
if anybody got any type of opinion, if you heard the song and you got any opinion on anything about a video, like if you got something in your head that you visualize like, damn, this would be a crazy part in the video, let me know. Hit me up. Like, let me know, man.
Right.
Like I'm always available to hit me on social media, incorrigible247. Hit my DMs and let me know, because I definitely take all opinions seriously, especially from people that actually heard my music and feel like, you know, their input would be valid.
Right. Of course, man.
Don't be on no bullshit though. Like I ain't. Don't start calling me talking about you should put on these sneaks and come on.
Nah,
Tell me the scene. You better have everything all laid out if you're gonna do that.
Definitely.
For sure. But I take all opinions seriously though. I listen to people. I listen to that.
Should, man. Well, yeah, man, this is Live from the Basement. We got a dope entertainer. I don't want to just call him an artist because he's a lot more than that. You know, by the name of PUMAA. He's got the
2 A's.
2 A's.
2 A's.
And you have a comedy show coming up.
Absolutely.
The date, can we get the date one more time?
It's June 15th, man. It's called Laughs in the Lounge. It's going to be out 6 and 6 right there by the 7th Street Bridge. And I definitely, man, come through. We got some dope artists. I also got a birthday party that somebody wasn't supposed to tell me about, but ended up telling me about. But it's at Arundel Elks. It's the 17th. It's on the Tuesday night, and it's gonna be lit. Anyway, DJ Zay Brick gonna be there.
Right, though.
All my favorite local artists. I need y'all there because I need all my favorite artists on stage. I need a small concert.
Right,
I mean, that's y'all donation for me. I mean, I don't want nothing else for my birthday. And man, I just appreciate everybody coming out. If you can make it, June 17th, Arundel Elks, we outside. You can meet us out there. Or June 15th, Father's Day. You ain't got nowhere to take him. Bring him out to, y'all can come get a drink, get y'all a cheese flight, you mean, some Alfredo, you mean, get y'all something nice, a little pizza or whatever, and enjoy the show. We got the comedy, we got some musicians, and we got Frank Sinatra.
Right.
So, yeah, man, get with me.
Right, though, man. This is Live from the Basement. We signing out. Appreciate having you.